Okay. Hi, YouTube. Welcome back to Truth Over Wine with Lily and
TJ.
So first of all, we've really been enjoying our ride with making these videos, but you gotta help us out. Subscribe. It's the red button below. Like and comments. We love to interact with you guys.
Absolutely.
So this week we're going to be discussing chivalry. Is chivalry dead? So it's a hot topic because I feel like from generation to generation, it's kind of getting watered down or it's evolving. So we're going to start off with a couple of topics and discuss whether or not we think it's a no or a go. So how do you feel about opening doors?
They have to open my door.
Just it.
Absolutely. If you take me out on a date, I expect my car door to be open by you and for me to sit, and then you close the door, and then when we get to wherever we're going, you come outside and you come around and you open the door, and yeah.
So yeah, I expect you to open doors. I think that
not everyone does it, but then I'll sit in the front passenger seat.
So two things I was going to touch. First, for the ladies who want it and it's not happening,
just sit there.
Men do what you expect of them. So if they park the car and you just walk out of the car, what door will they open?
They're not going to open any door. Not the restaurant door, not the car door, not any door.
So the practice is sit in the car and wait. And a gentleman will come and open up the car.
And even if he's not a gentleman, he'll realize after like 5 minutes that you're not coming out that car. He's going to come back and check on you. And at that point, you can turn around and say, honey, the door.
However, if he decides he is not opening that car door,
you go home.
You could go ahead and ask him to get back into his seat and drive you all the way back home again. That's if it's important to you. Now, for married folks, it's a good question. I love to hear what you guys do in your relationship. So I'll talk to mine. We've been together how many years?
Yeah, he's not opening the doors.
Opening up every
and that's
door
fine. You don't have to open
every
up
relationship is different though, because I do know some men, every single door for their wives they're going to open.
And that's great.
What works for us, we decided at the beginning of the relationship that he opens the door when I have heels on. So anytime I have heels on, I want to feel special and I want to feel pretty. I expect my man to come open the door for me, ask for my hand in order to help me out of the vehicle. Right? Chivalry is not dead. I expect it of him. So
and you've said it. You've set that tone so he understands.
So pulling out chairs.
You gotta put you don't have to do it.
Okay.
For the most part, I can get my own chair at this point. It's okay. It's nice if you would, but sometimes I feel like when I'm out on a date, sometimes I feel like it's a race for musical chairs because for some reason men apparently like to sit facing
the door.
The door.
That's part of chivalry. You didn't know that.
That's fine. If God forbid something happens, I guess you want to know what's going on.
You want to see who's coming in the door. A lot of cops are that way as well.
And that's fine. However, don't forget while you're trying to get to that chair, let your girl know or let the person you're with know, listen, do you mind if I sit? I want to see my surroundings. I want to sit facing the crowd. Okay. As opposed to who's going to get to that chair first.
So I don't think it should ever be a game of who's getting to the chair first. But that's
what happens.
I should get to the chair first. You should be pulling out my chair. And
I sit.
But I do think it's awkward sometimes when they pull out the seat and they're trying to push the seat in and they like push you all the way, you're tipping over the table. I mean, some awkward things can happen in that moment. So I don't really need the pulling out the chair.
And the waiters.
But it doesn't mean for those
but it's a nice gesture.
But I love it. I do enjoy the gesture.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah.
Help me put my coat
Yes. Help me.
You have to have that?
I don't have to have it, but it's nice. It really is nice when you have your hair straight and your nails, and then you have your bag. You see my struggle when you're in heels. Yeah, be kind. Help that person. Like I've helped people that are like if I see you struggling with your code, like I'm gonna help you. Yeah.
Okay.
It's nice.
Yeah,
it's nice.
I've helped
It's
people.
a nice gesture.
Okay. I'll agree that it's a nice gesture.
Is it expected of me?
Do I have to have it?
No, I don't have to have it.
I guess I don't have to have it.
But it's nice.
You do have to open up the door for me. So I guess there's levels of chivalry. Like and I think it just depends on the woman. Some of us want everything, and some of us are okay with just a couple of things. Okay, so now, do you expect him to pay on the first date?
Yes, I do.
I do. TJ, you didn't even wait on that.
No. Do you expect him to pay on the first date?
Absolutely.
Guys.
It's a non-negotiable.
Even if the girl extends her.
First of all, stop it. We are not extending anything on the first date.
But if in case any girl does.
No girl is going to, if she is in her right mind, she is not going to do that. Matter of fact, she didn't mean it. So you better be prepared to say, no, you don't have to. You don't have to.
Because you won't get a second date after that.
That's 100% guaranteed. As a matter of fact, just if she decides to pay on the first date, just chalk it up to she doesn't want to date you again.
Yeah. If she fights with you to pay just...
She doesn't want to date you again.
For sure.
I'm not paying for the first date, even if I don't want to date you again. Sorry. It's our opportunity to get to know me, to court me.
Courting. I think it's courting.
I think
you're you know, as a man, that's what I'm looking for. I want to get courted. You're showing interest. You like that person. So,
it's the right thing to do. It's a courteous thing to do. We were having a discussion about whether women should pay on a first date, or should women pay if they ask you out. And there was an uproar. A lot of women said, no, even if I ask you out, I'm not paying. Some of us said,
I'm not asking you out, but
some of us just.
And even if I did ask you out, I'm still not paying, guys. I'm sorry.
We had some gentlemen in the room, and they let us know that even if a young lady asked them out, that they would offer to pay, or they would just pay on the first date.
Yeah.
I just think it's the right thing to do. I think a lot of women still feel this way. You go on a first date,
pay for the tab.
Pay the tab. So, do you expect a man to send flowers?
Yes. I don't expect it. I think it's a very nice gesture. I think it's
still something that you want, because I know some women who talk about, flowers die.
Edible arrangements, cupcakes.
I still want flowers.
I want
even
flowers.
Though they die.
Sunflowers are my favorite. The fall is my favorite.
I love lilies. You can't send them to me, but I love lilies.
You can send them to me,
but I can't.
Sunflowers, and I'll take lilies as well. It's okay. I like flowers.
I love flowers. I still think they're a kind gesture. I still think it's chivalrous. If I were single, even in marriage, send me flowers. Make sure they're my favorite ones.
It's sweet.
Waking up in the morning and looking at flowers is the first thing.
Oh my God, he sent me those flowers.
Here's what's funny. I looked at my phone the other day, and I saw the first set of flowers my husband sent me when we started dating, right before we got married. And I saw the pictures, and I was like, oh my God. And I still felt special 6 years later.
Yeah, you don't have to wait till you do something really wrong to send flowers asking for forgiveness.
Yes, let's not associate sending flowers with I messed up.
I'm sorry, let me send you roses or whatever.
Just because gift is the best gift.
It's perfect.
So, do you still like love notes?
I do.
Okay.
I do. Even if it's done through text message now, that's
not a love note.
Yeah, well, you know what? A lot of people are.
This millennial stuff, I cannot.
I mean, you have to evolve with, change is inevitable.
Well, just call me. Just call me old. But I'm not evolving.
Send me a card.
I want you to take the time out to write with your hands.
I mean, some people have really bad handwriting.
I want to be able to try to decipher your handwriting. I want to
Your
see you
chicken
right.
scratch.
I love you. I want to see the different ways that you're going to tell me you love me. I feel special when a man takes the time out to write words in a card.
Yeah.
That means everything. That's even better than the text message because it didn't take you any time. You just pulled your phone out, which is with you all the time, and you just
All right, I agree.
So impersonal. But if you took the time out to do one of two things, go to the store, pick out a personal card, and then write a personal message, or you just got a piece of paper and just jot.
Post-it.
I'll take a post-it.
Slap a post-it and put it in her purse.
Put it in her purse, put it in the mirror in the morning.
Yeah.
Right? And just let her find it.
That's awesome.
We feel so gushy. When I tell you, you will win her heart.
Post-it.
Love notes. It's a must. Get ready. Last but not least, should he ask your parents for your hand in marriage?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I really thought you were going to say no.
No, yeah, absolutely. I have kids. I have girls, so I
Okay.
expect their hands. Yeah, I their hands to be, no, not their hands.
I cannot with you.
I expect their
boyfriends
to ask, yeah, for their hand in marriage.
Okay.
Blessings.
We were definitely correct.
Yeah, we spoke about
So
this.
I don't expect
Not
them to
permission.
get permission, but I do expect
Yeah.
them to ask for blessings.
Yeah.
Traditional, yes. We were talking about different relationships. There are people who don't get along with their parents, and whether or not.
But it's still respect. To me, it's a sign of respect. It's a sign of you wanting to get along with their parents, even though there might be issues. Because we gotta understand, even though you have issues with your parents, once kids come and you get married, like all these things you have to put aside for the sake of your family.
Of your family and your children.
I think that is a wonderful, beautiful gesture from because he doesn't have to do it.
I would also think that it's dependent on the girl, right? So there are some women who don't expect it at all and might even find it offensive.
Talk about it.
So for those women, I think you should have a conversation, get to know the person that you're asking to marry her. I would hope that you know whether or not she would want it. I know for me, it was a non-negotiable.
It's a non-negotiable. For me.
Non-negotiable had to be done.
So for all my son-in-laws and future son-in-laws, you have to come and ask
Let's
me for my
talk
blessing,
about it.
please.
My son will be taught to ask you for your daughter's hand in marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And my daughter is going to expect the same thing.
Yeah.
You better come to the house and you better dress properly and you better be prepared for my husband to grill you like you're asking for her hand in marriage. So, we've come to the end. We love to hear your thoughts about this topic. Comment below. Tell us, do you want your significant other to ask for your parents' hands in marriage? Should they be opening car doors and paying on first dates? We love to have a conversation with you. So definitely take the time out to comment.
Absolutely.
Like the video. And the number one, subscribe. Click that red button below. We go live every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock on Instagram. So join us at Truth Over Wine. And we have videos. We post videos every Sunday at 7 o'clock. Thanks so much. See you soon.
Happy fall.